Alright, I've had a number of people ask me how I get these slabs right here. In fact, Zekio37 from YouTube just posted a video asking some questions about how to work these. But this video is going to be more about how to acquire the stone. Here's just some slabs that I cut from larger 12-inch by 8-inch wide by about 3/4 to 1-inch tiles. And I cut these larger pieces out of there. Got all sorts of different colors. There's some purple, red, been pretty popular when I finish points. Baby blue. It's emerald. These were from the Blanco glass company. I believe they went out of business. I got this stuff off eBay. I know there are a couple guys out there selling these. These were actually leftover scraps from a stained glass window project for a church. So I even use something like this heart right here. And the question is, how would you get a slab out of something like that, or one of these larger tiles? And the answer is Gorilla Glue. And this is the kind I like right here. Dries white 2 times faster for the toughest jobs on earth. And what we do is we take a larger tile and we cut it into thirds or quarters, and then we glue it to a piece of 4x4 fence post, like this one right here. This is a piece of Napa Black obsidian, which comes from California. It's pretty hard stuff to get because of where it's located, and there's not that much of it to begin with. But we glue them on there, and then we cut them. So let me show you around a little bit more of my collection. Alright, here we are at my quarry. I like to use these big 55-gallon drums. I got these from a guy who actually collects them and sells them. Got them off Craigslist. And it's just a real good way to store materials. Kind of a mess back here right now. We got some black butter down in there. A couple larger pieces. It's from when I first started knapping, my beginner days. Texas Flint from eBay. You got to be careful who you choose to buy this stuff from. You get a lot of pieces from eBay like this, and stuff's just garbage. You pay for it anyway. Then you have guys on there that know what they're doing. They sell really good stone, so you just got to watch out depending on who you buy it from. This is what this is actually from when I first started way back in the day. Well, for me at least. I just make buckets of bifaces like this. Keep all the flakes and anything that looked like it could be used. Let's see here. It's from about 7 years ago. Smaller pieces. I'll get around to finishing them up someday. Got more of that butter. Just some pieces here and there. Various scraps, leftovers. Mookaite jasper, pretty nice. Might want to slab that stuff. Brazilian agates. More Texas. It's a nice piece of Comanche. My hammerstone bucket. Assorted stones. And here's what we're looking for. This is one of those glass tiles I was talking about. It's about 12 inches long, 8 inches wide, and about 3/4 of an inch thick. Then what we do is we cut them into smaller pieces yet. There's some end cuts here too. Doesn't really matter. There's a good one right there, nice and thick. So then we take this piece here, and I'll show you what to do with it next. Then what we do is we cut. See, this is a fence post I took out of my yard leftover wood would have got thrown away. What we need to do is we'll cut it about right there so it has enough room for the vise and the saw. And then with our Gorilla Glue, what we do is we get the wood wet, we glue the piece of glass, and then we set it on top like that. And then that's what goes into the rock saw and gets sliced. Alright, and here's a dirty old rock saw. I got this from my friend Arlen, who just moved to Springfield, Missouri. He gave me a rock saw. He's the one that taught me how to glue those slabs. Learned that from him. And here's one right here. Piece of pumpkin from Glass Buttes. And because it was a nicer piece, I decided to go ahead and just cut some slabs out of that. Got some stuff here from my friend David Ethier from Columbia here in California. I still have to cut this for him. It's been a while. Got this from Craig Ratzett when we went to the 2007 class up in Oregon. Craig Ratzett's class. For anybody who hasn't attended that, I'd strongly recommend it, especially if you're just getting started. Craig will take you from beginner to where you need to go in no time. Piece of slag glass. I don't know where this came from. I got it with a bunch of rock I got for free. Kind of messy out here right now. Take a look inside the saw. Like I was in the process of cutting a piece of midnight lace, and the vise wasn't set for the right length, so it didn't complete. What I have in here is transformer oil. And not the transformer oil with the PCBs. This stuff is a newer grade, so it's safer to use. And yeah, that's pretty much all you need. Just go ahead and take your glass slab and glue it on here like this and put it in the vise and you're good to go. Some of my favorite glass right here. Got this from, I believe I got off the internet. It's recycled glass. And this stuff just makes some killer points. Everybody that I make points out of this stuff, they want to buy them. So, what else I got in here? Yeah, same thing. Looks almost like carnelian agate. Up there's my tile saw from Harbor Freight, which I use sometimes to cut slabs. It can also be used to grind away uneven edges if you're scoring and cutting with a tile cutter. You can clean up with this. It works pretty good. So there you have it. You got your slab, and we cut it into a quarter or a third. I think thirds are better, unless you want real long slabs and you do thirds. You get your finished slab. Again, we use a Gorilla Glue in the post, and in order to get a nice preform like this, I like to keep these also. This is how Ishii left his, wide in the base, not completely pointy in the front, but like a 1/3 to 3/3 ratio here. And then our tile cutter, very inexpensive, from Harbor Freight. Just line it up, score it, snap it off, and you got yourself some slabs. Pretty clever, huh? And that's all there is to it. So I hope everybody got some useful information out of this. Thanks for watching.